You're listening to Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast with your boy E-Man.
Yo, what is up, everybody? This is your boy E-Man coming at you with a bonus episode. Damn, the craziest 24 freaking hours in sports, probably history, or the craziest 24 hours in sports that I could remember in relation to any athlete issues here was today. Was the last 24 hours, starting from Friday all the way until now. Starting Thursday, actually. It was all the Antonio Brown saga. And what happened today, what transpired hour after hour, Instagram post after video, video after video, yo, it has been crazy. And I had to get on the podcast and bless the podcast with my reaction to the Antonio Brown Raiders saga, demise, release, whatever you want to call it, because it's insane. I never spent so much time tweeting about one person ever since I've been on Twitter for the last 2 years and since I started my podcast. And yo, Antonio Brown has to be the craziest mofo in the world. And I'm going to try to break this down real quick. And there's 2 questions I'm going to answer and give you my thoughts. And those questions are, is Antonio Brown insane or a mad genius? And I'm going to tell you why. Let's get started with Antonio Brown, a little bit of history, which I'm not going to go into too much detail because everybody knows the whole Antonio Brown saga starting from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, after 9 years of being the man with Pittsburgh, this dude is the best receiver in the game, wants to leave Steelers. Him and Ben and the coach and the whole organization just do not get along. Everything's coming out the woodwork right now. He wants out. So Antonio Brown gets traded for a 5th and 3rd round pick from the Steelers to the Raiders earlier this year. The Raiders give him a contract for $54 million, a little bit before $50 million, with $30 million guaranteed. And Brown's contract in Pittsburgh at that moment included zero money guaranteed. So, hey, he wanted guaranteed money. He got guaranteed money. As soon as he gets to the freaking Raiders, man, the madness really begins. This is like a dominoes game compared to whatever the hell he was doing in Pittsburgh, Instagram Live, whatever the hell he did, filming the coach's speech and all that stuff. And then week 17 going at ends with Ben. That's nothing compared to what's happened in the last 2 months or 1 month. And then especially the last 36 to 48 hours. So here we go. Before camp starts with, I gotta take a deep breath. All right, guys. Antonio Brown's burned his feet in a cryotherapy mishap. Then fights the NFL over the use of outdated helmet. Left the team while he threatened to sit out the whole season if the helmet issue wasn't solved, for him to wear his old helmet. Lost a grievance twice to the NFL, could file it twice over the whole helmet issue. He missed practice times, never played in games, all that good stuff. So he was told replacement helmet. He was told that the replacement helmet was safe. Don't complain about it anymore. Settle the case. Lost his grievances twice. It is what it is. I guess he missed practice, team meetings, and all that good stuff. So because at the end, after they settle the helmet issue and everything is back normal, last game of the preseason, he hasn't played in a single one yet, has been traveling back with the team. Boom, he gets a letter from the team, a disciplinary letter, which again, he goes ahead and posts on Instagram, which he wasn't happy about because he's getting fined for about $50K, a little more than $50K. Due to the fact for, missing practices, missing mandatory team meetings because of all his helmet issues and whatever the heck it was. This is where the craziness really, really picks up. The helmet was just the beginning. He's pissed off about the letter. Again, he posts on Instagram, raising a whole bunch of deals, doing his own thing. He gets into an argument with the GM, Mike Mayock, during practice and told him he was going to punch him in the face and then allegedly called him a cracker. He said that he didn't, but people that were there said that he called GM Mike Mayock a cracker. He had to be held back by certain players because, make sure they didn't do anything stupid. It looked like it was going to get physical. On Friday, does a press conference in practice, apologizes to the Raiders after threatening the suspension, saying that I'm back, I'm here to play in week 1, and I'm here for my team and all that good stuff. Later on that same evening, on Friday, he decides to post a video in his YouTube channel of a phone call. It's like a voiceover that had a recorded phone call that he had with John Gruden. A recorded phone call. Pretty good. It's a really, go check it out. Go to his YouTube channel. It's a good video. I don't know, guys, but in Florida, It's illegal to record phone calls without the consent of the party you want to record. You can only record phone calls if you have a subpoena from court without the consent of the individual, the end party. I don't know what the law in California is, but I think it's the same thing. I'm almost positive it's kind of like all around the United States. He does it anyway, posts a video, boom, here comes again, man. Antonio Brown still not happy. Even though he apologized, he's back, baby. I'm going to post a video and I'm going to put this, and I'm going to play it over the recording of a phone call I had in private with my coach, John Gruden. Here I'm thinking, well, hey, here we go again, dude. The helmet issue, the fight. Everybody's not, but he's still happy. He's still playing. He didn't get suspended. This has to suspend him at least. Comments from Gruden, according to sources, were like, oh man, I think the video is awesome. That's it. Then we get to Saturday morning where he receives another letter of fines for over $200K, like $215,000, right? In relation to the argument with his GM, that argument is, breaks a clause of his contract and his money's no longer guaranteed. He is on a week-to-week contract. Of course, your homeboy did not like that. Antonio Brown was like, F you people, goes to Instagram, puts on and I'm not going to read the Instagram post, but says that, hey, if my you're going to tell me my contract is going to go from guaranteed to week, then release me right now. Set me free. And then later on, a couple hours later, Antonio Brown gets released by the Raiders. He even goes out there, does another YouTube video on his channel, in his YouTube channel, and says that he's free. It's like a phone call from his grandmother or his mother. I don't care who it is. But he's out there running around saying, baby, I'm free. I'm free like a bird. I'm free to fly, blah, 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 blah. And of course, at that moment, everybody and their mother is thinking the same thing. He's been released. He could sign with any team after 4 p.m. on Saturday, today. The first thought to my mind was like, it has to be the Patriots, bro. This is what they do. This is what Belichick does. This is what that front office does, man. They get these troubled individuals like the Gordons of the world, the Randy Moss of the world, Ocho Cinco, and then bring them over at a discount price. And then they have to adapt because they have no other opportunity, the Patriot way. And 4 hours later, Antonio Brown agrees to a contract with the Patriots. Reportedly up to $50 million, including a $9 million signing bonus. Pretty good, huh? Now, he's still losing $6 million because he got $30 million guaranteed for this year. And he goes from a long-term contract, a 3-year contract, to a year-to-year. So next year, he's going to be a free agent again. This is what has cost him so far, this whole saga of the Raiders and Antonio Brown. He's losing $6 million, and now he doesn't have a long-term deal. Now he's year-to-year. He is playing with the best team in the league, one of the best franchises. Let's not get it twisted. This is not going to happen with the Patriots. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I'll put all my money on the Patriots is going to quiet this down. This dude is not going to act the fool like he did with the Raiders. Franchises are well run, are franchises that keep their players in check. Pittsburgh Steelers kept them in check for 9 years. The Patriots were not allowed all this fuckery of helmet issues, missing practices, all that crap, putting videos out there about whatever that has to do with the team. If he misses a game, he's going to get whatever discipline they're going to pass on to him. If he messes up, they're not going to allow him to do what he did with the Raiders. That's for sure. That's a given. To me, Antonio Brown is the best and most talented wide receiver in the NFL. Gift-wise, ability-wise. I mean, the nose for the game. The dude is a hard worker because he does work hard. There's no doubt about that. But like OBJ, he's a prima donna entitled punk. He's definitely taken over the number one prima donna entitled punk from OBJ. I thought OBJ was a poison in the locker room. This guy is like the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. He doesn't poison 1 or 2 people. He slashes their throat and kills everybody. The mom, the dad, the pregnant wife, the son. That's the kind of poison Antonio Brown's is the Red freaking Wedding from Game of Thrones. I know, that was a little harsh, but it's true. The most gifted athlete in the world. Most gifted wide receiver in the game. Scenario and opportunity-wise, he landed on his freaking feet. Because he's going with a Hall of Fame coach, Hall of Fame quarterback, a Super Bowl championship team. And the Patriots are going to benefit from Antonio Brown. What's crazy is that the start of preseason, Patriots starting wide receivers, the only one I could recognize was Julian Edelman and Demaryius Thomas, who was coming back from injury. Now they have Julian Edelman, Josh Gordon, who's back, and Antonio Brown. And throw Demaryius Thomas in there for good measures once he gets healthy. I think Gronk may come back and retire a lot sooner than we all thought he was going to come back from, folks, because this shit just got real for the Patriots and the league. Patriots got themselves the best receiver in football, one of the hardest working receiver in football, in a very weak division. They may just win another Super Bowl this year with a 42-year-old Hall of Fame quarterback, the GOAT, the best quarterback in the history of the NFL and the best coach in the history of the NFL, now throwing the best receiver in the NFL up to date. Questions that I'm asking myself, right? Was Antonio Brown trying to get released on purpose? Or is he freaking crazy? Because a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. All these temper tantrums, the helmet issue, the videos after he said he's here to, the posting the letters, the grievances, the full disregard for chain of command for his the people that he worked for, his employers. I mean, I manage a staff of 55 individuals. My management style is pure leadership, but I also hold my people accountable through coaching, training, and progressive discipline. And I make sure that I give everybody the right opportunity, enough warning. I follow the company policy, but I'm a coaching guy first. And then when it doesn't work, I exercise my progressive discipline rule. Any of my employees would ever post any of the written warnings or suspensions that I've given employees in the past, they will be fired automatically because it will violate the policy in our guideline. And I work and I supervise individuals with unions. I go straight by the union contract. When you do that, the individual doesn't care anymore and they just want to get fired. So I'm thinking, did he want to get released because he knew he was going to sign with another team right away? Was he just stupid enough to lose $6 million by going through all this stuff? The video, the discipline letters online, all this stuff, all this bashing, going at your boss, man, your GM, cursing back and forth, and at one point actually threatening him, saying you're going to punch him in the face. Was intentionally for him to get released and eventually thinking he was going to sign with a contender like the Patriots? It's a possibility it might be true. And if that is the case, if he was doing it on purpose, then he's a genius. Because he just got released, did lose $6 million, but he's probably going to win the Super Bowl, get his ring, get more money next year, and get another long-term contract, probably with more money than what he was going to earn. I don't know. Those are the two questions I have. Did he do it on purpose because he wants to get released, or he's freaking crazy? I think it's 50-50. I think the dude is nuts. I think the dude has really, really some personal or mental issues. He needs to kind of get himself some help. He has either anger management or anxiety issues, or I don't know what it is. I'm not a psychologist. He needs to seek some help to get that straight. I think he's like a meta world peace kind of guy, from the guy who played for the Lakers in Indiana. That kind of, personality and I guess mental health status. But also I think that if he did this on purpose, the dude is probably a genius. Again, he makes Odell Beckham Jr. look like a freaking daycare. Because this guy right here doesn't just poison the locker room. He goes after the whole front office as well. I have to get this off my chest, man. My thoughts were running, man. I did a lot of posting and I did a lot of tweets today, man, in regards to this and subjecting the subject of Antonio Brown, because it was just the news of the day. It took the NFL 100 years, because it's the 100th anniversary of the NFL, for a storyline like this to happen for the first time ever. Happy 100th anniversary, NFL. Antonio Brown just gave you the gift that's going to keep on giving, probably for the rest of the season, that we were all going to keep talking about over and over again. Even though the Patriots are not going to put up with this crap, I don't think this is the end of Antonio Brown's saga and madness. Your boy E-Man, thank you for listening, man. Signing out. Peace.
Oh.